Aloha. Hey, check them out. We have an episode for you today that as we were digging through the archives of Hunt, Fish, Explore Hawaii and Keikoa Outdoors, I found a turkey hunt that, well, since turkey season's getting ready to start out here in Hawaii, that it was an awesome hunt that I had. And so this was in our beginning days. I think Tradition Game Calls was the only sponsor I had at the time. And it was an awesome hunt. So we're going to play that for you guys, and we'll be back after to talk about it. Hey guys, check this out. I'm going to try to do us a turkey hunt up here. Got a MacNut field behind me. It's about 5 acres. Saw a real nice tom up here. I was out doing a pig hunt yesterday. Got a nice little pig too. I figured, let's come up here and see if we can't call in a tom. March 1st to March 31st is our turkey season, okay, here in Hawaii. And so I got 2 tags they need filled. Let's see if we can't call one in and let the old Mossberg with the Tradition Game Calls, let's see what they can do today, all right? Because we know it's not the caller, it's the calls and the gun. All right, it's kind of like saying operator error, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, hey, birds ain't gonna shoot themselves. Let's get out of here. Here's what we got. I've got turkeys on this side, a bunch in there, and I got them there. I got 2 spots they're gobbling. So we just started out walking through the bananas, and as we get through the bananas, we start up the hill, and we're getting into the tall grass and everything. And I said something to my cameraman, and all of a sudden turkeys started gobbling. We had like 2 gobbling on the side, 1 gobbled behind us. Birds start clocking up the hill, and I was like, oh man, we got to set up somewhere. So I put the decoys out right there in the opening of that grass, and we ran back a little bit where we were coming up the hill, and we sat down there, and I thought, let's just do a little bit of calling, and let's see if maybe they'll come in to right there. But there wasn't much of a shot. There's only 10-foot diameter, and it's all grass around us. So we set up. I didn't like where we were set up at. It's just too close. So once everything quieted down, we picked everything up, we headed up towards my blind. We got set up in the blind, and maybe 15 minutes later, let everything go, and I did a little bit of quiet calling. Dude, then the show started. The hen started going, I just watch. What a freaking show. Dude, I'm thinking, they can hear my heart pounding. They're only 10, 12 yards away, and they're just all over the place. And I was thinking, oh my goodness, can you hear that? And they're just doing their thing and everything. And I know my cameraman's like, shoot them. Here's why I didn't. These were 2 young jakes, okay? What you didn't see was the main tom, and all those hens you heard were right on the other side of that tree. These jakes were there. What a jake is, it's a juvenile male is what it is, basically a teenager. And if you look at his fan the way it is, the bottom feathers on each side of the fan were shorter than the other one, and his beard was only about that. I wanted to take a mature bird. I didn't want to shoot a jake, so I let both of them go. But man, What a show. That's always fun to have that happen, so. Those two stupid jakes come right back down to my decoys. And they wouldn't leave. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was praying that their beards would grow supernaturally, just start getting longer. I mean, they're right there. But, you know, that never happened. Hey, so we sat there the rest of the evening, the afternoon, and watched the birds fly up into the roost. They flew right up out of there and nothing came in no matter what I did. I even tried to get some aggressive, just try to get them up there and nothing. So figured I'm gonna move the blind up the hill, probably another 40, 50 yards, and that way we got a view when they come around that whole little knoll right there. And so we came back out that next late afternoon, about 4 o'clock, we came back out. Watch this. Hey, so we're sitting there, day 2, and everything is quiet. I mean, they're not talking nothing. The hens weren't making a sound. You couldn't hear, there was not a gobble for miles around, nothing. And it was like, well, hello? Everything was here yesterday, where are they at? And so I'm sitting there watching, and I'm watching the back wall. I look and here, there's a tom, one of the 2 toms, and he's climbing up the wall. He's gonna jump over in the field. So I started doing some calling, and what you can't see is the angle I was at. I have this little knoll, so I can't see anything down in that. But what you see from the cameras, you see exactly what's happening, man. And they came popping up over there. He turned around and came in, but it wasn't the bird I was calling. Yeah! Hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. Woo! Oh man, look at this. That's awesome. All right. There was a lot of prayers on this hunt, and God answered them better than I expected. How about that hunt, man? Whew! This tom was henned up, would not come in, was quiet as a church mouse. Man, I was at like my wit's end. What do you do? So I just figured, let's go a little bit quieter, just some purrs, just some soft. And I was sitting there and I was like, where are these birds? And all of a sudden I seen his head just come up over the top. I was like, oh man, now what? You know, just kind of slide everything up. I think I peppered my decoy though. Ha! Hey, Combat Law, I think I paid $1 for it at a store on a clearance. Had to glue it back together. But man, my. I'll tell you what, man. Woo! That call right there, that slate just brought him right in. Good stuff, good stuff.
Aloha. My name is Keikoa. I'm here to visit my good buddy, Brother Jeff, the gunny. I'm going to show him how to make the feather hatbands. We call it in Hawaii, Leihulu. Ready? What's up, Gunny?
Oh, look at this.
Yep.
So what do you got?
Well, come on in and I'll show you exactly what I do.
Okay.
All right, Gunny, here we go. Hey, by the way, thank you so much for getting those birds for me. I appreciate it. But I just wanted to show you that this, of course, you know, you're a bird hunter, so.
A nice pheasant, yeah?
Yeah, this is a ringneck pheasant, and this is what I'm going to be doing with your birds.
Cool.
These feathers here, we don't use them all on one lay, but what we do is we kind of individually pick out the ones that we want, depending on the design. And we'll get a scissors, we'll get in there, and we actually cut them off one by one. Right?
Wow.
We cut them off one by one, and we separate them like you see I have here, right?
Okay.
And when you're actually not doing a lay, this is what we do. We got them all set up in bags, set up accordingly so that we know what we're doing when we're setting them up. But I just wanted to show you, with all the different feathers I have here, this is, as you probably know already, a full feather, right? And what you have on here is 3 separate cuts, right? And if you look here, Jeff, you can see I got the first cut, which is the very tip.
Okay.
And then I got the second cut, right? Which obviously is the middle.
Okay.
And this is the third cut. Sometimes the feather is big enough where you can actually use the third cut. Sometimes you just throw it away.
Okay.
Okay? Just to show you what I do, I got 3 little containers. I got a little scissors. And I got a little measuring device, right? And this I got in my hand is a full feather. So how I make a lay is I'll take my measuring device, I'll take a full feather, and I'll slip it on here, and I'll pull it down, and I'll match the tip, and I'll take my scissors, and then I'll snip it off.
Okay.
Okay. So when I do that, I'll have this right here. This is the first cut.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Time consuming.
It's time consuming. It takes a lot of time. And then here I have a brand new piece of, this is just felt material that we sew on the end, on the back side. And I'm just going to show you how we lay it out. We get this out the way here. And what we do is we put a needle and thread, we put a knot on the back, stuck it in, and we take our feathers like this. And I'll take the first one and I'll lay it on like so. Right? So it's kind of angled that way.
Okay.
And then I'll put 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so like top, medium,
And
bottom kind of thing.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. Then I'll take the second feather and I'll put it on the right side and I'll do the same stitch. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Then I take the third feather and I put it right in the middle and 1, 2, 3 again.
Wow.
Okay, and after I'm done with that, then I get the next set of feathers and I continue the process all the way down till I'm finished. And if you look here, I got one lay started with a brown feather. It's actually mixed with, you can see a little tinge of white in there. Yeah, it's mixed in there, and you can kind of see the right stitching will kind of create a curve on it.
Oh, I can see like
You
a
see
little.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I got it on this thing, because you can do about 2 inches in your hand and then it gets kind of bulky.
Oh, okay.
You know? So I keep it on here and we stitch it, and then I got another one here, which is the second cut. So I got the first cut here.
Okay.
I got the second cut here.
Okay.
Right? And then we finished the whole thing. And if you look on my wife's beautiful Leihulu hat here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now tell me, what do you notice about that, Jeff?
Well, I mean, looking at it, you can see there's kind of rounds over, so you got like a hump down the middle, yeah?
Yeah, it's a hump down the middle. And sometimes that hump tells you that somebody knows how to make a lay.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can see, you can feel all the stitching inside. There's something in there. It's not just glued together.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then, of course, this last one here is just, you know, this is a beginning experiment one for my wife. It's called a poi poi, right?
What's poi poi mean?
Poi poi means round.
Oh. Okay.
Right? You can see how it's...
Yeah, can I see that?
Yeah, go ahead, hold it up. And just to let you know, that's this first cut.
Oh, all the little ones.
Yes, it's taken, and then what you do with your finger is you crimp the middle like so, and then you put it on there and you just wrap it around.
No wonder these things cost $500 each.
Yeah.
This must take forever.
Well, what it depends on is look at this, Jeff. You see these red feathers?
Right.
These are basically goose feathers that they've dyed red.
Oh, okay.
So when you buy a bag of red feathers, it's kind of cheap.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's all the same. But the lace get more expensive depending on where you get the feathers from.
Oh, okay.
That's why these feathers here that's only got a few, you need about 10 bird pelts to make one of those. So
right.
the price goes up.
Oh, yeah.
But just a little bit of what I'm going to be doing with the feathers, with the birds you brought me.
Okay.
You know, I really appreciate it. And,
No worries.
Thank you for it. And maybe I'll get one for that cowboy hat you got.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony made that beautiful Leihulu, yeah?
Yeah. This is Leihulu too, my wife's one. So I'll get that done, and just wanted to share with you how we do it, man.
Oh my gosh. Dude, that is one of my favorite hunts that I ever had. Because, I mean, dude, I think about it. I had 2 jakes come in, and they couldn't have been 7 yards, 10 at the very most, and they went to, and they're just, I thought they're gonna hear my heartbeat and stuff. And I had 2 little pigs come out. I thought, okay, I can make us a pig hunt. But I thought, no, it's our turkey season. It's just, I get excited when I see that stuff, because to me, that's what hunting is about. Yes, I was able to harvest a mature tom. You know, and the 2 jakes, I mean, they had beards, you could take them, but that wasn't what I was looking for. I wanted a mature bird, and I waited for that. And that was just, to me, that's what the hunt is, you know? And so, like I said, back then, I had Tradition Game Calls. And I just want to give a thank you, a shout out to them. Thank you guys so much for believing in me. Some other people that I am so thankful for is King's Camo. You know, if you want to buy King's Camo, you can go online and you can use the code HFEH for Hunt, Fish, Explore Hawaii 10. And you'll get 10% off. If you live here on the Big Island, you can go over to Jay Harris out there in Mountain View and just tell them we sent you. But you can buy the product out there also. We have Duluth Chevrolet. Thank you so much, Duluth Chevrolet. If you guys are looking for a Chevy here on the Big Island, go check them out. Tell them we sent you, okay? I have Engel Coolers. Man, I'm so thankful for Engel Coolers. If you're here on the Big Island and you want to go to Engel Coolers, you want to get an Engel Cooler, go over to Tokanaga's over there in Hilo. Go talk to Eric. Tell him that we sent you over there. You know, and the other thing, Tradition Game Calls has been so good to me that if you want to go online and buy a Tradition Game Call, you can use the code Jeff Gillows, JEFFGUILLOZ 10, and they'll give you 10% off your order also. And so, hey, thank you so much to all these people who believed enough in me to be able to sponsor me. And it's a huge thing. I'm very thankful. So, hey, until next time, I want to say aloha and a hui ho.
Na Yehova oe, a e ho'o mai ka I mai, a e mālama mai. Na Yehova e kau mai I ka mālama lama, o kona maka ma luna iho o, wa e loko mai ka I mai ia oe. Na Yehova e maliu mai ia oe, a e haawi mai I maluno.